Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over the brand new Nars Orgasm Collection. I have everything here from the palette. I have the liquid highlighter. I actually ended up buying the lip gloss or lip oil, as well as a product that's been out for a little while, which is the balm. And I'm going to show all of it to you. Now, before I get into this, I do want to give you guys a quick update. This is my first video since having my gallbladder surgery, and I've been having trouble talking. So I usually have been starting off like this, and then I'm losing my voice, but this is the first video that I have done. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but if it does, I apologize. I don't know what's going on with my voice or my throat, chest area, but so far everything is doing good with my stomach. I'm still a little bit bloated, but everything went well. I've got 4 holes. I didn't have to have that big cut or anything like that. So anybody who is wondering about that, I am finally up. I'm walking around, and this is my first video. So thank you everybody who is wishing me well wishes and everything. I really appreciate, and I appreciate you guys watching all the content that I had pre-uploaded. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the Nars Orgasm Collection. The first product I have here is the Endless Orgasm Palette. As you can see, this is quite a large palette. When I got the box, I was like, did they send me the wrong thing? Because it was huge. I was not expecting that. I guess I was expecting the edge of this, like the top, to be flat, and it's not. It's kind of beveled, and it has a really nice effect to it, but it is rather bulky. And this contains all cream products. On the inside, you have 6 cream satin shades. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the swatches. We have Orgasm Ecstasy, which is a soft beige with gold pearl. Deep Orgasm, metallic mauve. Super Orgasm, iridescent pink with gold shimmer. Double Orgasm, iridescent pink lilac with silver shimmer. Orgasm Fever, iridescent copper, and Orgasm, the original, which is a metallic rose gold. It retails for $49. It is limited edition like everything else that I'm going to be talking about today, with the exception of the lip balm. On the Nars website, it reads, build your orgasm to your desired intensity with 6 lightweight blendable satin cream pigments for eyes, cheeks, and lips, featuring the cult favorite Orgasm and complementary shades, perfect for accentuating and exhilarating. Next we have the Orgasm Liquid Highlighter, which retails for $30. Transform your look with the new Guilty Pleasure, a dewdrop of lightweight, skin-perfecting Orgasm Liquid Highlighter. Drop it like it's hot. Product application for this depends on you. You can put it over top of your foundation. You can use it as a highlighter. You can put it underneath your foundation. You can mix it in with your foundation. It's one of those products that has multiple purposes. And now for the swatch on this, it is very hard to see. I feel like this kind of wipes away. You're not getting a whole lot of pigmentation. It truly is very lightweight. The last thing that's actually a part of the collection is something that I said I was not going to pick up. I was really excited about the palette, but I was not really interested in this. I saw it in store, I swatched it, and I was kind of like, okay, but then I kept getting a lot of comments saying that they absolutely loved this product and I should pick it up, so I did. And this is the Oil-Infused Lip Tint, and it is $26. It's a sheer lip oil tint in the universally flattering orgasm shade. Now for the Afterglow Balm, this is $28, and like I said, this is not technically a part of this collection. It was pre-released before all of this, but if you wanted to grab this, I'm just going to give you some information just in case. There are 2 different shades. We have the Orgasm, which is a sheer peachy pink with gold shimmer, and then you also have one that's more on the clear side. And this is a hydrating lip balm infused with a blend of antioxidants to nourish and protect lips. So I will show you a swatch of this on my lips as well as a lip tint so you can see what the differences are. Before we get into the demo, I want to mention that I've tried this several times. I got this before I ever went in for surgery. I played with it one time and was completely disappointed. And I actually have a friend who told me not to get this. She was like, you know, the NARS representative didn't like it. I'm not going to mention who it was just in case they don't want me to say their name, but they told me that, like, do not get this, Mel, you're not going to like it. But I'm stubborn. I am so stubborn. I like to find out on my own whether or not I like things. So I got this. I gotta say, the very first time I tried it was on top of just foundation and powder. Everything was set and everything moved. Everything moved. It didn't matter if I used a brush, it didn't matter if I used my fingers, and it didn't matter if I used a sponge. It moved the foundation. So I quickly learned that this was not a product that I could use on top of foundation that is set. So don't try it. It's not powder friendly. And then I tried it with, what was it? My Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, because it was a thinner weight foundation and I didn't set any part of my face. I just went and played with it because I knew I wasn't filming. It's just one of those random days that I was like, okay, I feel like I could do something. And I sat here and I played with it. And again, it lifted up the foundation. And I'm just like, I don't know what I am doing here. And I was getting aggravated with this. So I found the best way possible. And that is what I'm going to show you now. So how I did it this particular day, which was actually yesterday, is I wore a matte foundation, which is the same foundation that I'm wearing today. It is the Tarte Face Tape foundation. I put concealer up underneath my eyes and I only set that area. So I set right here and I set my nose. So nothing over here, just because the pores right up against my nose can get a little funky. So I set my nose right up underneath my eyes, and then I went ahead and I always carve out my brows. So I carved out my brows. I had very, 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 very little concealer. Like I dabbed off everything extra that you possibly could on the eyes, and I left the majority of it right up here because that's where I have to clean up. You know, that's where I have hairs that need to be plucked. You know, my brows are definitely not perfect below this point all the time by any means. So I want to make sure you guys understand that there was no powder on my face other than right here, and then I had foundation on, and I also had this on, which I absolutely love. I went in with the Smith 115 and the Liquid Summer from Giorgio Armani. I knew I didn't want to mess with too many powders, so I went ahead and bronzed with something liquid as well. Used these. None of my foundation moved. It looked beautiful. I was like, okay. And then I went in with my first shade on this brush right here. This is from Royal & Lane Nickel. It's a synthetic brush, and it is the Omnia Pro BOM 180. I went in with Orgasm and tapped that onto the cheeks. Didn't get a whole lot of payoff right away, but I could already see this line of separation right here. But I went ahead, added some more, and you could see the color. And then I went ahead and went on the opposite side and I used this shade right up here. And I took that and I stamped it on, and you can kind of see there's really not a big difference in color. It's because these are not extremely pigmented. You think they are when you touch them. Like when I sit here and swatch them, I'm like, oh, okay, I see different colors here. But when they actually get blended out or put on the skin, they really don't have that much pigmentation to them. So I'm wearing two different colors on my cheeks, but I feel like you can't really even tell. So then I decided to go in with one of my Sonia Kashuk sponges, and I add the color just a little bit more to see if you can add pigment to the look. So I did that, and then I decided I wanted to try out this bronzy shade, and I went in with a natural hairbrush. Applied that more so to the bottom part of it, and I feel like I couldn't see it at all. And this, I would say, is one of the darker colors in the palette. So I feel like you really should have been able to see that color come through, and I didn't. And this is the Tom Ford number 6, and this is one that they don't make anymore, but it's nice and densely packed. It is a natural hairbrush, and I just wanted to see how it worked because when I had my foundation completely done, I had used this one right here from Zoeva, the 126, and it just lifted everything. So I knew I didn't want to try to use that one again. I wanted to stick with brushes that were just a little bit more packed. I'd also tried a dual fiber brush. It's really hard to pick up the product in here onto a brush, but it really just did not want to add color to my cheeks. And again, I really had more of the separation issue. So I found that doing this motion did not work for me. I have to use some sort of stamping motion. That was it for the blushes that I used. And then I decided to go in and highlight, and I wanted to use this shade right here. This does have quite a bit of glitter, and I kind of feel like that's really all that you end up seeing in person. On camera, it looks nice, but in person, it is like, even feeling the shade, it is pretty, like, it's glittery. It's pretty glittery. So I applied that, and then to get rid of this line that I have where it lifted up my makeup and moved everything, I went in with a powder over top of everything. Now I wanted to use a powder that would set my face, blur my pores, but also still be able to see what I had done underneath it. And that is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra powder. So I picked up just a little bit of that on this brush here, which is just a really soft, it's from Beautylish, super soft brush, and I just kind of tapped over everything, set everything so you could still see the color and everything through this powder. And you can see that it definitely helped with that line of demarcation where I had that line from the cream products just kind of moving things around. This definitely helped just to go all over everything, and it also helped to blur out my pores a little bit right here. So this is where I decide that I'm going to go in with the liquid highlighter. So you want to make sure that you shake this up, and then when you start to twist this open, you get this part right here comes up. You want to press it, and it gets product in the dropper. I put this on my Petri dish, and then I picked it up with the sponge, and I applied it to this part of my cheeks. And I just feel like it doesn't add much. If I didn't already have a highlight underneath that, you really wouldn't see it. And it does actually work pretty nicely on top of set foundation. I used it the other day. It works just fine, but the problem is that unless you're putting another powder on top of it, you're really not going to see it. It really does not do much at all. I feel like this product is almost useless. Like, there's almost nothing to this at all. Now I'm going to show you my least favorite part of this, which is applying it to the eyes, because I think they lied when they said that this was okay for eye use. It really is not. So I went in with this shade right here. I'm using synthetic brushes from Delium Tools, and I'm applying it to the lid. I go right underneath the lower lash line. Mind you, I had already put my concealer down and set it, and it destroyed this area right here. It just absolutely destroyed it. And then I went ahead and put some into my crease, and I thought, heck, why not go ahead and show you guys what happens whenever you use some of the highlighter on a 242 and apply it to the brow arch. Any kind of product underneath this, it just wants to move, and it just looked atrocious. And after that, I went and I added on my mascara. And when I tell you, I had so much transfer from my lash, which I know I have long lashes, but I never, ever, 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 even in sweat, humidity, everything, I don't have problems with my mascara when I'm touching my lid right here. It doesn't come off. And just putting this on, it came off. And I had to keep going over it with the same brush that I used to apply the product to get it to go away. And throughout the day, this creases like nobody's business. I definitely have a bit of a crease, but if you had anything more than me, it really would crease. And I found this to be not eye friendly at all. I tried this over top of a set eye and that was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Like, it just moved everything. Using your finger to put it on, using a brush, it really just does not matter. And I am so disappointed in this product. I have to tell you that I really just did not like it. But now I'm going to go ahead and show you what this guy looks like on. I went ahead and applied this on just bare lips, and you can see this is beautiful. It feels really nice on the lips. I don't think it's necessarily anything special, But after using these other products, it was a breath of fresh air. And this is what I have on right now. All I have on is my Rimmel number 49 liner. I filled in my lips and then I put this on top, and it's very comfortable. And then I'm going to show you this right here. This is the Afterglow Lip Balm in the shade Orgasm. So you can see this is not as illuminating as the Oil-Infused Lip Tint. I'm starting to lose my voice. I'm sorry. But it does give you a little bit more color, and it is more of a balm, which I like. I like this, and I also actually like this. I will keep both of these products, but I have to say that I'm definitely going to be taking back this palette and the highlighter. I feel like the highlighter just doesn't do anything. It's just blase, and for that price tag I feel like I can do just about anything. If I wanted to have something that was light, all I would have to do is just put less product of something else that I have. This is it's another one of NARS products that is hard to open, but these are not pigmented enough to really be able to see a difference in them on the skin, and I'm an NC20. I think that if you're any darker than me, they're really gonna look the same, and I feel like you're not gonna get the pigmentation. Like if you're tan, you're really just not gonna be able to see these. You're just gonna be able to see like the kind of glow that it gives. The highlighters are just a miss for me, especially this one right here. It is so glittery, and then this one, it's pretty, but it kind of just goes out to nothing, especially when you have all of your makeup on. If you're somebody who likes just cream products, you might like this. I have seen this look really beautiful on several people that just you only use cream products, and it looked good on them. But I will have to say that because I got curious if I was doing something wrong. Normally I don't ever go like watch anybody's reviews before I do mine, but I got curious. I was like, am I doing something wrong? What is going on here? And I feel like even on other people that it all just kind of looked the same. You could have had one shade and then a highlighter and been done with it, to be completely honest with you guys, because you just don't see the differences on the skin that well. Also, I have to say, my skin felt so greasy. Even after I went in with powder and powdered everything, my skin felt like it was just a grease ball. I could not stand the feeling of it. After a few hours, I ended up just washing my face. So I don't like this product, and it's just a personal opinion. I like things that you don't feel on your skin as much, and right now I actually have on one of the Nars liquid blushes. Like I have that on top of my foundation, on top of my set foundation, and it looks beautiful. And this is the one that I have on right now. This is the shade Luster. I think this is so beautiful. And then they also have these other two, Orgasm, which doesn't really look like Orgasm at all. It's another reason why I was really excited about the palette, because I thought, okay, it's going to be this beautiful like cream to satin, which is fine, but it would have some kind of set down. It doesn't set down at all. It will stay tacky like that all day long. Even with powder on top of it, it still feels on your skin, that kind of tackiness. And heaven forbid you were to scrape your face, like rub up against something, it's going to come off. But this other shade right here, I don't have the name of it, but these are amazing. I love them. You can use them on just foundation. You can use them over top of powders. They are beautiful, beautiful products. And then I know that when I first reviewed this palette right here, the NATASHA DENONA Bloom, I had really bad lighting. So I'm going to insert a clip, and this is me wearing this palette again during my favorites so that you guys could actually see what it looked like, because I had a lot of people saying, oh, it's too dark for you, or, you know, blah, blah, blah. This you can put on top of powder, and I did the same kind of application. You do have to be a little easier, lighter handed with this, but you can use this on top of powder, or you can use it on top of foundation, and it's perfect. It's beautiful. It dries down to that creamy, powdery type of finish. And then I also want to say, you know, I love the Tom Ford ones. They usually come out with these once a year. This shade right here, what color are you? This is Paradiso. cream product. It's beautiful. This one is from Josie Maran. Again, beautiful. And then I really love the ones from Chanel, the ones that are in these sticks right here. I think this is a limited edition shade. I'm not sure. Number 24. This is gorgeous. So it's not that I don't like just cream products. I'm very picky about them. And I feel like this is such a bust. I feel like it's a waste of money, and I just don't like it. I know this is probably a negative video, but I tried this so many times, you guys, and I know that there's products out there that just work better. And I just would not suggest the palette, or definitely would not suggest the highlight. If you are somebody who has fairer skin, or you like these colors and you like the kind of formula that it has, to me, it just I feel like it's a little bit greasy. It's a little greasy for me, and I have combo skin, so that could be the reason why it feels that way on me. I'm not sure, but I don't like the way it feels on my skin at all. I definitely would not suggest this to anybody, just because there's nothing there. There's just nothing there. But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, sorry that this was just like a bleh, I hate this product, but really did try to make it work, and unfortunately this is an utter fail for me, and I don't know. I tried several times, you guys. Let me know what you think down below. If you tried this product, do you love it? If you do, that's amazing. So I'm not saying that, you know, it's not going to work for anybody. I know that some people will love this, but it's just not for me. You guys let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.